Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Leah Robinson.
Charis.
Tangier.
And this is
Say That Live.
Well, we're going to go back an episode or two and get back into the racial profiling that occurred at Barney's and Macy's. And there's some new occurrences, Leah.
Yes, so mine was actually an instance at Macy's. It was in New York City, actually, so that's close to home. It was a Hispanic girl by the name of Jenny Mendez. She was an officer, actually, in New York City, 29 years old. Basically, the story is she went into Macy's. She had purchased some items, but she saw some things that she liked, so she went out there and was browsing for some new ones. You know those bags that they give you to like put stuff in there or whatever. So she did that. She collected her items. She went to the register and realized that the items that she had brought prior were missing. So she reported that. The security guards told her that they had found the alleged shoplifters who stole that item from her or whatever, and took her to some office and then accused her of shoplifting. Wow. Because she still had the same bag that she planned on purchasing, but they accused her. And that's not even the crazy part about the story. The crazy part is that when she actually went to trial for this, the store detective basically took stand and said she admitted that they had told her to fudge around with the paperwork. Wow. Which is the craziest part. So it's like these huge name brand companies, yeah, they're used to all this stuff, but it's like you just see like how, I guess.
So you're going to be guilty either way.
Yeah, pretty much. You just see how crazy the system actually is and that they really just don't care.
But I actually heard that there was an actor.
Yes, there was an HBO actor named Robert Brown. He actually went to Macy's as well, and he went to purchase a $1,300 Movado watch for his mother for her graduation ceremony that she was having. And they were, basically he wanted to go and shop for sunglasses, so that's what he was doing after he purchased the watch. And they stopped him. A couple of police stopped him. He didn't know that they were police, but, you know, after, you know, doing all that stuff and hearing about their whole racial profile, he just assumed that that was what it was. Right. So they basically arrest him and everything, and he went down there to cells, and the guy, one of the police officers, went to actually do research on him and come to find out he was an actor. Right. So once they found out that he was an actor,
HBO show.
Yeah, okay. Like they released him and then offered to take him to his mom's graduation ceremony.
That's the least you could do after locking me up for spending money in your store. And
why would I want to be in the car after you did this to me? Like, that didn't make sense.
So again, this is still occurring.
Yes.
It's still an ongoing situation, and until we get to the bottom of it, we're going to keep reporting it. The councilmen and women of New York City gave Macy's and Barney's a platform to explain what was going on, and they didn't show up. I mean, neither party showed up, Barney's or Macy's.
But the crazy part about with all of these stories that I'm finding in common is that none of them have like any sort of comment towards this. Right. Like they'll say sorry, but it's like, how much can sorry do?
Well, do you know that Barney's had the nerve to pretty much investigate itself? It claims it hired some attorney from San Francisco to do a investigation of their rules and regulations, and he comes back with a 5-page report stating that no one seemed to have done anything wrong. Come on, really? You're now investigating yourself?
Right. And then, like, I'm not even, like, I was watching the news, and they were saying that Barney's and Macy's reply back and saying that racial profile, they actually, like, train people not to do the racial profiling.
Right. They said they have a zero tolerance. Is what they said.
There you go.
But these are the top stores that have racial profiling.
Yes.
And we're the ones clearly, as you've seen in every one of these cases, none of it has been factual. We've spent real money. We've used our own cards. Right. We're the ones spending the money for these garments and these pieces and these whatever you want to call it. We're the ones spending the money clearly.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to keep you tuned, and please send us your comments and what you're thinking to saythatlive@gmail.com. That's saythatlive@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe, like, subscribe,
comment,
all that, everybody. Now today's episode is our very first review, and it is, of course, on the greatest show of all time, Scandal!
Season 3, episode 8.
Yes.
Vermont is for lovers, too.
What you guys think of the episode?
It was so crazy. It was bonkers, man.
I agree. I think this is the greatest Scandal episode till this day.
No, for real.
Well, I can't believe Olivia's mother is alive. First off.
I can believe that. Part of me knew she was alive.
Yes.
I don't know.
It was too crazy. I think it's some parts that you could predict. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you know what? This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. But she's alive, everybody.
And she escaped.
Yes, and she escaped.
Thug life.
After she chewed through her own wrist.
Yeah, that was
I
crazy.
think
It got
they
a little
really
crazy
took
this
it there,
season.
yeah.
They definitely
I'm not
they
gonna lie,
upped
I
it a
probably
little.
would have did something like that too,
No.
just to see my daughter. But that was a way for her to escape. How else would she escape? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but how would she wear a watch after she had chewed through her wrist?
I don't think she was thinking about
but
that
she
at the
wasn't thinking
time.
that. She just wanted to see Olivia. Like that was her pride and her joy. Like that was the only way that she could get out. Like
Well,
go
she
to
seemed
the-
really disappointed that the father didn't keep a healthy relationship with Olivia. So
Right.
it seems like she's really been out of touch because she had to ask him, well, I thought you were going to take care of her and stuff. So
What I'm
Right.
curious about is why did it take so long? Like why, like years after, is she now coming out? Because you remember the last time she saw her was when she was 12.
I think it had to be more interesting. You know what I'm saying? You
Well-
had to wait. There's more stories behind that. You know
well,
what I'm saying?
not only that, you have to remember this story is piggybacking the president shooting down the
Yeah,
plane, and she
right.
was originally on
Right.
that plane. So
Supposedly.
that's how they brought. Well, they took someone off, so we're assuming it's her because she was the only person that survived. So
Right.
I assume that's how they brought it in.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Shonda Rhimes is like everything.
Yes. Honestly, like this episode excited me, but I think I'm more excited for the season finale because I'm just like, oh my god! Like I didn't expect any of this
So
to
what
happen.
did you guys? How do you guys feel when Olivia she flew out on a freaking helicopter
The presidential helicopter.
My ride's
and
here.
went to a house and didn't know that that was her house? That was her home.
That one scene like sunk my heart. I was like, oh my god, I love that.
I fell in love with him myself.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, this is like every girl's dream, and to like be in that
be a
position, like
mistress is
you
every
killed my
girl's
mother. No, what I'm saying, like, no, I'm not
That's
saying
that.
like that, but I'm saying like go from, oh my god, I'm never talking to him, banging our phone, da da da, all that stuff. Like, what?
Listen, Cyrus. Let's not forget about Cyrus.
Oh,
Cyrus set up his own husband
I'm not
because
surprised.
they're married now.
I'm so not surprised.
He used his own husband as bait.
It's just happened since the beginning of season 1, though.
Yeah,
We
but
know what
sometimes-
type of Cyrus.
But sometimes you think
character
somebody
is, right?
would change, and that's what
No.
I thought he
No.
no.
He needed this story. Yeah, but he needed this story, and he's like, you know what? Maybe my man really finally realized and wanted to help me. You know what I'm saying?
It's
No,
about
not
it's about
Cyrus,
using
but-
to get what you want, no matter what
I
it is.
know.
I love
but
Millie too. I'm like,
Oh,
she,
really? First lady, she's focused.
She
She
can ride or
is.
die.
She knows what she
She
wants.
can ride or
She's
die.
gonna stand behind him,
Right.
and clearly, she's willing to bring Olivia back into the White House at all costs, even
Right.
just to be first lady.
a lot of
again.
people are like, oh, she's crazy.
No,
She
she's
should have
not.
left.
She's
And da, da, da. She has
Focused.
one intention in mind, and that is to stay inside of the White House. So she's doing exactly what she has to do that.
If any one of our listeners was as focused as her, it'd be the no ending, no roof.
Crazy. So, oh my gosh. Huck finding
Huckleberry.
out about Quinn.
About Quinn, wow.
I knew he would.
I
Huck-
knew
it.
because he is
He
a
trained
smart
her.
guy.
He trained her.
He
He
is
did.
a smart guy.
He trained her.
Like that was crazy.
But she knew that was gonna happen, though.
She
And I
did.
think she knew it was
She
gonna be
knew.
Huck to figure
because
it out.
that's why she was like, "No, I'll take over it. I'll work through it." And he was like, "No, this is my job.
Right.
Chill out.
That's what she wants those
This
pictures
is
to
what I
come
do."
out.
Yeah, right.
That is sickening.
Well, listen, send us your thoughts.
Yes.
And listen, we're going to start doing reviews. We won't say every week, but pretty often.
Yeah.
You know, as often as possible. And send us your thoughts. saythatlive@gmail.com.
Yes, let us know what you guys think is going to happen for the next episode, the season
Right.
finale. We want to know
2
that.
weeks. We gotta wait 2 weeks, guys.
December 5th.
Gosh.
Yeah, that'll give us,
I'm gonna
that'll
go
give
through
us time.
withdrawal. I'm sorry.
Right.
Like,
That'll give us some time to get into love and hip hop and
Right.
some other
That's
things. We
stuff.
want to bring you our favorites, artists,
Right.
albums,
Yeah.
tours.
Yeah.
You know, just get into it more and just entwine you and make you want to be there.
Yeah.
Okay?
But we love you guys. Say that
Absolutely.
live at gmail.com. Hey.
Peace.